Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back to watch yet another video and just keeping in touch with me on social media. I do see you guys that follow me on my social media platforms, and if you don't, you can just search for @Allegro_D and you can find me there when I'm not here on YouTube, because as I said, I'm not quite a regular YouTuber, but I'm getting there, and slowly but surely. So yes, welcome to all the oldies, and welcome back to all the oldies, and to all the new guys that are joining us. Welcome, and I hope that you do stay on this platform and subscribe if you like the content, like this video if you like the video at the end of it, and let me know in the comment section how you guys are holding up during COVID, and what are you guys up to now that it's January. And speaking of January, I wanted to drop my first video of 2021, just speaking about goals and how to plan for your goals, if you know what I mean. A lot of people set goals in the beginning of the year. Some call them resolutions, some is just your plan for the year and your outlook on the year. But come December, you realize that you haven't done most of the things that you wanted to achieve in that year. And I find that it's all based of how you plan those goals, because there's different ways to plan goals. And I'll just share some of the ways that I plan my year, and how I highlight some of the things that I want to achieve, and why at the end of the year I find that I tick off a lot more goals on my list or in my journal than I would have if I just randomly didn't really plan it properly. So I think the most important thing is to understand, or find what's important for you. I don't know, we're all in different phases of our lives, and we're not doing the exact same things, from age to race, to occupation, to you name it, to gender, and etc. So find out what is important to you. Is it graduating? Is it finding a new job? Is it starting a family? Those type of things matter, and jot those down. And next, I think it's very important to differentiate between your short-term goals and your long-term goals, and maybe even your medium-term goals, things that you would want to achieve in the first quarter of the year or the second quarter, and things that you know that realistically might even take you the next 12 months, so you know that those things are to happen towards the end of the year, and it's not something that you're going to pressurize yourself throughout the year. So I like to just plan almost my month to month goals, and those are more of my short-term goals for that month, and I just jot down for January the things that I want to get done by the end of Jan or mid-Feb, and so on. February, I will have a list of things that I want to get done month by month, and then accumulatively, obviously, if you look at the end of the year and you look back at all the months, you'll see all the goals that you were able to tick off your list, all the things that you didn't manage to get done. So what I also like to do is then set long-term goals, things that might not even happen in this year, but I aim to make them happen this year. And if not, then I know that it's still a long-term goal that will fall into the next year. It might be buying new property, starting a new business venture, it might be traveling with my family, it might be whatever it is that I'm consistently working at, that I don't necessarily pressurize myself into making it happen in that specific year, but it is part of my 2021 plans. So those are just some of the tips that I would like to give you. Start off so that you're not confused. Start off with the things that you know that are very dear to you. Don't do things and list goals just because your friends, your neighbors, or your family members are doing them. Just because somebody got a new car last year doesn't mean you need to jot down that you need a car this year, or a new home, or whatever it might be, but work on the things that you know are very personal to you, that will make you a better person, and those that will define success for you, being it happy. I know some people's goals for this year is just to remain sane. It's just to get to the end of 2021 and say, you know what, I made it out. I stayed positive. I didn't I didn't fall into depression, anxiety, or even suicide, things like that. Some people just want to take it day by day. They just want to see themselves at the end of this year and, doing the best that they can. Nothing necessarily materialistic, but it's just one of those years that for them, they just want to see themselves at the end of it, surviving it. Yes, living through 2021, But with everything going on around us, to survive a pandemic, to survive last year, and to still be around is very much a blessing. And we know that things might not get easier quickly, but they definitely will get better. And I'm very, optimistic, and I'm praying over the entire situation. And I know that day by day, things will change for the better. So yeah, I think those are just some of the things that I like doing, and also just write things down. I'm a pen and paper girl. I know with this whole digital smart world that we're living in, yes, I do jot down some things on my phone. I do have some apps that help me keep track of things, but I really, really love to jot things down in my journal, my diary, and I keep it around, just to always reflect on the month. And I go back and I look and see, what have I done? What have I not done? And also another thing, just hold yourself accountable. Hold yourself accountable for the things that you do wrong along the way, for the things that you fail to do on time, the time that you have set for yourself. And go back and ask yourself, why was I not able to achieve that at such and such a time? Is it because I'm slacking? Was I lazy? Was I being distracted by things that shouldn't be distracting me? Was I on social media too long? Was I eating junk food? If your goal this year is to lose some weight, but you find that you're not disciplined enough in your diet and the things you put in your body, and waking up early and exercising and drinking enough water and just keeping a positive energy around yourself spiritually and physically, then hold yourself accountable for that. And stop buying the junk food, stop waking up late, and start drinking more water, and that's going to help you. Because if you start to shift the blame to somebody else, you're not going to get any better. You're going to keep blaming people around you, and you're supposed to take responsibility for your life and how it's turning out. And I think lastly, if you're one of those people that you need other people to hold you accountable. And by that I mean, I know there are people that share their goals, their aspirations throughout the year in maybe WhatsApp groups or with their friends and family, so that we hold one another accountable. So if maybe I am in a WhatsApp group with my sisters, my brother, my mom, and I send them my goals, and we send one another's goals to each other, and one says, this year I'm going to graduate, and I'm going to graduate with flying colors, or I'm going to do XYZ. At the end of the year, towards the year, we always check up on one another and say, hey, how far are you with that degree? How far are you with that online course that you were doing? Have you started that business? Why haven't you started it? I know with some of my friends that they always share their goals with me. They want to start businesses, they want to start new ventures, they want to turn hobbies into businesses, but they always kind of, say they don't have enough time, or they watch every year go by. And I always ask them, why haven't you started that? You're so good at it, and I think you should start it, before it's too late for you, before you give up on that goal. I really try and push them all the time, and just hold them accountable for their own dreams. And a lot of them is, what, I have a 9 to 5 also, I'm busy with this, I have a baby, I have, family. And trust me, we all have things, whether it's studies, it's family, it's kids. Some people are, just doing a lot on their own. But once you realize what is important to you, and you make time for it. You make time for it. A lot of you know that I do a bunch of stuff. I'm an entrepreneur. My company is Ogela Group, and we do a number of things under, Ogela Group. And I also still have hobbies on the side, outside of Ogela Group, things that I love doing, things that hopefully in the future, the near future, are going to, come to life, and I'll be able to share those with you. But I'm not just this one faceted person that you just see Allegra the entrepreneur. I'm also a mother. I'm part of a family. I have a mother, sisters, a brother, nieces, nephews. You're a lot of things. You've got friends. You wear so many hats. And that's no excuse for you to say, you know what, I'm not going to be able to do X, Y, and Z. Or at the end of the year, you regret that I let 12 months pass me by and I haven't even started writing that book. If it's a book you're trying to write, just start writing. Before you know it, you'll be at the end of it. But if you don't start and you waste all your time on social media, sitting on the couch doing nothing, watching your weekends go by when you could use them and put them to good use, or just watching Netflix the whole day, watching YouTube the whole day for nothing. Obviously watch my videos, hopefully they're inspired to get up and go straight after this. But I know there's some people that just scroll through the internet all day, and those are hours and hours that you could be doing and putting into yourself, something that's going to be so positive, and at the end of the day you're going to be proud of it, so I think that's just my ways of planning for my goals. Remember, short-term goals, medium and long-term goals. Hold yourself accountable, write them down. I feel like once you see them, once you've written it down, you go back and you read in your journal or your notebook and you're like, hang on, and I like every single month to tick something off, once I've done it. It could be something as simple as eating clean, eating healthy, that month. If I've realized that I've fallen off track, and drinking more water, which is something that I've noted for this year. I need to drink a lot more water. Just being at peace spiritually, being at peace with the things that I think, the things that consume me, the things that I consume. There's so much going on in our world that sometimes we get so clouded, and it's a lot, so taking that decision and having this goal to say to yourself, you know what, I want to live a peaceful life. I want to mind the things that I consume and the things that I let consume my time. Then I live a more peaceful life. I know what matters more, and I think also that does come with age. I know some people that are a lot younger, you kind of just go where the wind blows, do whatever, but the older you get, the more you realize, with maturity, that hang on, I shouldn't be so worried about so many things that are outside of me. They don't matter. They're not part of my immediate family, myself, things that matter the most to me. So why am I letting them consume so much of my energy, so much of my time? And it just drains you, that to the point where you're just not yourself anymore. Some people just wake up, some mornings and you're like, what's wrong? Something just doesn't feel right. Like your body isn't in balance. There's something that is just not right. And you can't really put your finger on it. But once you realize that it's what I was watching last night, it's all the negative news, it's what I was hearing from someone talking about this and that, or whatever it might be that affects you every single day, you need to realize that, hang on, if somebody's trying to come at me with negative news, don't even, because I need to filter what comes in my life, and I need to be at at peace and happy and just glowing in life in general. And I wish you guys all of that and more, even during these hectic times, during this lockdown. Stay safe, protect yourselves, your loved ones, your families, and do not give up on your dreams. No matter what, things may look tough and it may take a little longer for us to even recover, even after vaccines and everything has happened. But I just want to encourage you to not give up on your dreams, do not give up on yourselves. There's so many things that you can still do within the pandemic that will just push you even further. This is not a reason for you to say, whatever, I'm just gonna lounge around because we don't know what's gonna happen next. Just continue to do things daily that inspire you, that make you happy, and that keep you sane. At the end of the day, you go to bed at night and you're thankful for that day and how you've used your time. So yeah, I hope this video has helped you guys a lot. Let me know some of your strategies, some of the ways you guys plan your goals, what has been working for you, and if there's anything in this video that I mentioned that you take note of and you're going to try, let me know. And also good luck with all of your goals. I can't wait to hear about them in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe to this video, and if you have already, also please like this video, share it with your friends, and come back for yet another video. Bye for now.